Hey everybody. And there's not anybody on yet. I really wasn't planning on doing a live. I'm just hopping on here really quick because it is Tip Tuesday and I am getting ready to put on a fresh set for St. Patrick's Day. So I thought it would be a good time to jump on and do a video for you guys. The tip that I wanted to give you today is actually about nail prep before you apply your strips, but I'm going to go ahead and do that for anybody that hasn't seen an application recently. This is the condition of my nails right now, and to be honest, it is probably the best shape my nails have ever been in my life, and I attribute a lot of that to Color Street and I hear from a lot of people who have thin, peeling nails, nails that break or chip really easily, and that was me for a really long time. And I felt like it didn't start to get a lot better until I got serious about how I prepped my nails and my nail care. I do take a multivitamin, but I got serious about cuticle oil. And I know it's, as women, we have about 1 million things as part of our daily routine, so adding something else in feels kind of like a pain. But this is the cuticle oil that I have discovered, and you can get it on Amazon. It's not very expensive, and I absolutely love it. It comes in a pen, and you just crank it and brush it on. So what I have been doing is adding this to my nighttime routine. I do it after I brush my teeth, and I swear by this now. My cuticles and my nails are in such better shape. I mean, my nails are actually long and strong, nice and hydrated. I don't have all of I used to get really thick calluses and splits around the top of my nails. I don't have any of that anymore. My other tip, if you are not already using a glass nail file, I really recommend it. This is the one that I use. It doesn't have to be this brand, just a glass nail file is much gentler on your nails. They say with emery boards, you should only file in one direction. It can tear and split your nails. A glass nail file actually seals the keratin layers of your nails as you file. You can go in either direction, and I think this has made a big difference also in my nail health. So those are the tips that I wanted to give for Tip Tuesday, and then I'm going to go ahead and get started on my application. So I am putting on It's Gold in here for St. Patrick's Day. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. Usually I would start by saying, this is everything that comes in your pack. This is everything you're going to get. But I haven't shared this with you guys yet. When the spring line releases, packaging is going to be totally different, and I will share some pictures of that with you. You'll still get a prep pad, you'll still get the same amount of strips. The file that you get will be a bit different, and the packaging is a little more generous, has some more instructions and such inside. I'll share some pictures of that soon. Anyway, what you're going to want to do every single time is start with your prep pad and wipe all of your nails down. This is just an alcohol wipe, so if you're doing your nails and you do not have one of these handy, just put some rubbing alcohol on a cotton pad and clean off your nail beds. I also recommend taking the pad and wiping down the pads of your fingers that you'll be using to handle the strips, because you have oils and lotions and such on your hands. Anyway, let's get into it. I'm just going to go ahead and pop my pack open. Inside of the pack are 16 different strips, 2 sets of 8 that come in varying sizes. You guys, look at how gorgeous this is. I have one of these left, so if anybody wants it, claim it. There's still time to get it to you before this weekend. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I always recommend starting with your pinky, working from the outside in. So let's go ahead and do it. I'm going to peel off that top strip. I'm going to lift the strip away from the silver tab and remove it from the backing. I'm going to go ahead and pop the silver tab off and discard that, and I am ready to apply. Now what you want to do is get that strip as close to your cuticle as possible without touching the cuticle. If it's laying over your cuticle as it cures and dries, it could lift, and you don't want that. So just go ahead and lightly lay it down. You see how close that is to my cuticle, but not touching. I like the placement. So I'm going to go ahead and smooth it out gently up to the tips. And I'm going to stretch it a bit at the side, fold it over just a bit, and then just perforate it away gently with the tip of my thumbnail. And there you go. My nail is painted. You just want to go ahead and go around the edge, make sure everything is smoothed down. Looks good to go. I'm going to take the remainder of this strip to my opposite pinky and lay it down gently. Check the placement. I like it. I'm going to go ahead and smooth it down. All the way up to the tip. I'm going to pull it up on the side. Oop, that one came right off. I'm going to have to file this one. So I'm going to go ahead and keep smoothing this down to the edges. And we're good to go. Another tip that I would like to give, I recently heard this, and it's sort of what I've always done, but it made more sense when I heard it, is I let my strips cure all the way for about 30 minutes, sometimes even an hour, before I file the excess at the tips. I mean, I don't really have much there. You can see there's just a little bit. But as these dry, there can be a bit of shrinkage. And what could happen if you file now and then let it dry is that it could shrink back and you would have some exposed area at the tip of your nail. I've heard some people ask for tips with that before, and that could help alleviate some of that. So give that a try. I just went ahead and trimmed the rest of that little overhang, and I'm going to move on to my next nail. I just find another strip, and I'm just going to continue on this way as I complete the entire manicure. I'm going to peel that away from the strip, pop off the silver tab. Once again, I find it easier to handle from the center of the strip. It gives me a little more control. I'm just going to place that down as close to the cuticle as I can get it. I like that placement. If I didn't, I could just take it back up gently and reposition it and try again. But I like it. I'm going to go ahead and smooth it down. Fold there at the tip, crease over and under, smooth it down, and moving on to the other hand. I'm going to go ahead and position that one. Now that's when I feel like it's off a little. I didn't place it down exactly the way I want, so I'm just going to peel it back up gently and try again. All right, I like that better. Let's go with it. Smooth that down. Fold over at the tip. And that's that. I'm going to keep on going. So I would really love to hear from you guys on these videos. What kind of challenges or problems you think you might run into with your application. And let's see if we can troubleshoot those together and come up with some ways that we can alleviate those. The more and more you use these strips, the better and better you get at it. For beginners, I love a glitter for a beginner. They're very, very forgiving, and they're very easy to work with. I don't want you to be intimidated by solids or French. They just take a little bit more patience. But I mean, it's all pretty much as simple as pulling away the tab and taking time with your placement and the smoothing process. I hope you can see here. I would like to try and show you up close more that I'm kind of stretching the strip up and over, and when I perforate, I want to get under the nail so that the top of the strip kind of curls over the tip of my nail. And like I said, I'm going to let that cure all the way before I file anything. There's really not that much to clear away, but I want that strip to cover the tip of my nail during application whenever possible. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. Like I said, I have this color is called It's Gold in here. It is a gradient, really beautiful, like olivey green, true green into a Kelly green, up into a gold. I have one of these left. I have another green glitter called Queen of Green. I have one with shamrocks. I have just a few St. Patrick's strips left over, so let me know if you want them. I am just about finished with application, so let's get on to this last nail. I think I'm gonna go ahead, let me find a strip I like for this. I feel like this one's a little too big. That one might be too small though. I love this color so much, I may actually go back over and double the strips, and all I would do is take another strip and just lay it directly over. That's when you hear doubled or doubling a strip, it just means a double layer. It's great with solids. It gives you a little bit more durability on some colors, because you can you see through that? It's a little bit transparent. On shades like this, it just makes it a bit brighter. I mean, although applied on my nails, I mean, it's gorgeous as it is. It's fine just the way it is, but I am gonna go ahead, place this pinky finger. Oh yeah, that was a good size. Good choice. I can hear my daughter upstairs playing by herself and talking. I guess that's kind of what I'm doing down here. Playing with makeup or with beauty stuff and talking to myself. All right, got that one done. Almost an entire manicure finished in the time that I am sitting here. Immediately following this manicure, I'm gonna go fold 2 loads of laundry. Couldn't have done that with traditional nail polish. That's why my nails never used to be painted, because the only time that I could get it done is late at night, and who's got the energy for that? And then inevitably, I would paint my nails, spend an hour or two thinking they were completely dry, only to get in bed, wake up the next morning and find that I had creases and smudges from sleeping. I am gonna finish up that last nail and we'll be good to go.